back on the mat today. So the question is, what can I do to get better at jiu-jitsu? Man, that is a good question. And I mean, how do you answer that question in 5 minutes? I mean, that just seems real difficult, but I'm definitely going to do the best that I can to try to touch on some points. And again, I know there are so many other things that could be talked about or discussed in regards to this, so I'm hoping there's comments below on your thoughts in regards to growing in jiu-jitsu. A couple of things that I would say is, number one, take notes, listening, asking questions, being willing to let others who have been on the mat just a little bit longer than you to show you the ropes. When I first started, I would show up and absorb so much. I was an information overload, and I did not know how to contain it. I mean, I was constantly getting fed. It felt like a fire hydrant was just shoved in my mouth, and water was spewing everywhere. What you could also do, though, is you can actually record your techniques if your school lets you. So record your techniques, take time to watch them, glean from them, keep looking at them, keep watching them, keep mulling over in your mind what you're doing. I did a lot of this, and it was kind of obsessive because I would think about JJ all the time. I literally just fell in love with it. So when you first start doing JJ, I would just recommend ask questions, show up to class, be willing to listen to people who have been on the mat longer than you, and try to do what the coach teaches. So now I'm going to just kind of speak in general. That first one was more of like, hey, when you first start, do these things to kind of jumpstart yourself, but just in general. But right now in my life, I'm trying to learn Spanish, and I've been doing Spanish for 2.5 years. And I can tell you that I speak a little bit of Spanish. I used to tell people I spoke a little bit of Spanish, and I think I knew like 3 or 4 words. Now I know a whole bunch of words and a whole bunch of sentences, but I still speak very little Spanish. And what I'm getting at is that's the exact same way jiu-jitsu is. It's going to take time. You are not going to wake up the next day and be a black belt, but a few things that can help you in the process. Taking care of your body. Don't train twice a day every day. Your goal is to do this long term. And for all of you young men, your body can take a beating now, but you will pay for it later. So take care of your body. I would definitely schedule out your training so you can recover adequately. I think that's best, and just making sure that you give yourself time to recover after each training session. Another thing I would do is run over tech in your mind over and over again. So again, whenever you learn something or whenever something sticks out to you, go over that. Like, think about that technique and go, okay, my hand goes here on the hip, flare the elbow, just process through that. I don't do that as much now. When I first started, I again, like I said earlier, I seriously was obsessive. I would think about the technique so much, and I would just go through it over and over and over in my head. So if you can run through the tech in your mind, I admit that I sometimes act out of the tech while I'm all alone. So sometimes I'll just be at home in the shower, I'll be in the backyard in my office, and I'll actually be like acting out the technique. I bet if people saw me, they would think I was just doing some weird dance move or something. But think through that, and even practice the motion with just you. And I know it sounds kind of silly, but it helps me just kind of process through what took place and what happened or how that technique works. Another thing is attempt what you learned in class. Don't just take what was taught and then disregard it and just go straight into rounds. Try to do what you were taught in a live round. Even if you gotta look at the person and be like, say, dude, we need to do this from whatever position. I need to do this. I need to drill this. because that's going to help you with your muscle memory. It's going to help you actually begin to learn that technique. But if you just disregard it, and you're just like, I just want to get to fighting, it's really going to do no good for you. So I would recommend, don't skip this. Try to apply what you are learning. Oh man, roll with people that are better than you. Let them beat you up. This is going to help you with defense. Defense is a very odd thing. Like, you can teach defense to things, but whenever you're learning how to defend yourself when someone is doing something, it is because defense then becomes your own style of defense. It becomes the way you defend, the way you move, the way you will, put your foot in their hip while you're shrimping out and grabbing 2-on-1. And there's just things that you it's hard to teach, but you can learn if you'll take the time to get beat up. So if you'll take the time to get beat up and roll with people that are better than you, it will help you with defense. And I'm telling you, I was, for like 2 years, man, I was rolling with purple belts and brown belts, and they would just destroy me. But it taught me how to defend. It taught me how to operate on my back. It taught me things that I don't think you could get in class. That's why I think it's so important about also training at a gym. Not just backyard training, but actually training at a gym. It'll give you the experience you need, And I know that's a whole nother topic. Like, should you just do backyard YouTube training, or should you actually get plugged into a gym? And I think you should get plugged into a gym. I think it's where you're going to see the most fruit from your efforts. So, and also when you roll with someone of higher level than you, you'll glean from them. Not just defense, but you'll be like, man, how'd they do that? And then if they do some really cool stuff, you'll be like, dude, teach me how you did that. And most of the time they'll be willing to show you. I love learning from other people. I love learning from people that are lower ranked than me. I love learning from everyone, because you'd be surprised how much you can learn from everyone. But even if you get to a higher rank and you just feel like you can't learn from lower ranked people, then something's wrong with you. There's a lot of pride there. And I learned so much from people at our school, and they can be white belt, blue belt, purple belt, and I'm just like, man, y'all are teaching me some awesome stuff. So being willing to learn from anyone. And of course, I think another thing would be competition. Now, I've never competed. I don't plan on competing. I've thought about competing. It's just not for me, man. It's just not for me. I just don't want it. I don't want the pressure. I enjoy doing jiu-jitsu. I enjoy training. That's just not my cup of tea. So if competition is yours and you like to do that, I am 100% sure it's not going to hurt you unless the other person hurts you. But it's probably going to help you in your journey. And I've heard that you should do competition earlier on than later on. Now again, I can't really speak to it, but I have heard that doing it early on is better than later on. And this right here, this is the most important thing you could do to get better at jiu-jitsu, and I consider this one top tier. You do this, guaranteed you are going to get better. You just keep showing up.